Hola, hola, mi comunidad hermosa y televidentes, fieles televidentes de Facebook y de YouTube. El día de hoy me encuentro por acá muy apetezoico. Me encuentro muy contento y estoy visualizando un contenido de maravilla. Estoy observando un contenido que me ha dejado con la boca abierta. Se trata de unas personas con una destreza, un talento y unas agallas, o como decimos los santanderianos, una berraquera que sobresale. Esto se trata de unos jinetes que ellos van dándolo todo encima de unas bestias gigantes, son unos toros. No sé qué raza sean estos toros, pero están brutales. No paran de moverse, de brincar. No sé qué nombre tenga esta competición. Quiero que ustedes me lo dejen saber en los comentarios. Es un video bastante extenso, es un video bien larguito. Lo que yo quiero es que ustedes reaccionen, me dejen en los comentarios, me colaboren con cualquier inquietud que vaya surgiendo. Recuerden que no todos tenemos el mismo conocimiento y estamos acá para ayudarnos. Bueno, dura aproximadamente una hora. Yo solamente voy a reaccionar a unos 25-30 minutos. Voy a estar acá con ustedes interactuando. Espero este contenido sea del agrado para todos ustedes. Y bueno, ya mismo nos vamos a conocer este gran deporte. Wow.
Wow. You don't see that every day in bull riding. Early touch, kick straight to the top of the chutes, and right over the top goes Batista.
Creo que es un deporte
I think that's
nativo
worth
de
watching one more
Texas.
time, guys.
I don't know if he ever wants to see this again. Watch this landing. We talk about how big and strong this bull is, and just catapults
No sé si se los
Batista
conozca
into a
como
not so
toros de
sensitive
caza.
landing area. But at least he was out of harm's way
Pero son unos
off the dirt.
con una
Man.
energía.
Batista didn't get the qualified ride, but him and his teammates, the Carolina Cowboys, they take the first win of this PBR team season. And he's aboard Smooth Steel, a bull, though, that is not easy. Only getting up one ride in his
Si sea
career
de
at this
hockey,
level.
si sea de fútbol americano o si sea netamente de este deporte.
Oh! Keeping
Wow.
collides with Smooth Steel.
No la tienen para nada
It
fácil
looked
estos
great
jinetes.
for the first five, but what a hit he took. He comes down early here, and that gives Oklahoma the win.
And this is
Entonces
what I
quiero
love
que-
and hate about bull riding. This
que me
guy
dejen
put out
ahí en
an
los
effort
comentarios
on a bull that was
la
bucking
raza de estos
as
animales.
hard as he can, given this is two champions fighting it
Y
out,
también
and
el-
everything was going
quiero saber
great
si el
until it
casco
wasn't.
es
And that
neto
there
de ese
deserves
deporte.
a massive score.
Wow.
But that is the way that bull riding goes. But he should pick his head up and he should be proud of him because I know that he gutted it out.
Bull score 45.25 points.
Wow.
We're going north of 90 if he gets that one done.
That was the highest bull score we've seen so far in this game. Oh,
Bueno, supongo que califican el tiempo y la demostración.
wow.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
The slams, the hits, they keep on coming. Luke highlighted the injuries
Es
that
una
Christian, that
competición
Olsen
muy-
has faced in
muy
his career, and
riesgosa.
now
Vemos
takes
una
not one,
competición,
two, but three and more hits.
de
We have
mucho
talked
cuidado,
since
de
day
mucha
one
atención.
about the
Tiene
toughness
un
of this
riesgo
Texas Rattlers team from top to
elevado.
bottom, and you saw Brady Olson kind of shake off sports medicine team and trying to get directly back to the rest of his team. You can see the look in the faces of this crowd. But again, just trying to get back to his team after what you're about to see. The hip surgery, the groin, and that is not going to help anything.
Oh,
Take a
lo
look at the
pisa.
bullfighters. Dusty Tupton is doing a great
Lo
job of
pisó
just
una vez
throwing
el
Olsen
toro.
out of the way and taking a shot himself.
Bueno, aparte de que lo pisa el toro,
Again.
se acuesta.
I will say this every day. They are the
Yo sé que se
toughest
acostó.
athletes in sports.
Para tumbar al jinete, se acostó y se levantó con toda. Wow, qué toro más maravilloso.
Feitosa does find the whistle, but scary moments as he gets hung up. So good to see him on his feet. And now Carolina.
Wow, gente, qué peligro el que corren estos jinetes. Wow, el riesgo es bastante elevado. Aparte de que tienen que tener demasiada, pues no sé, precaución, porque este toro tira unas patadas, me imagino que la fuerza ha de ser brutal. Este toro, pues algo blanco y peculiar también, muy bueno. El jinete quedó colgado en la parte trasera, le alcanzó a dar buenos jalones, no sé si le daría sus buenas patadas, pero lo sacó rapidito, lo atendió.
Can take a deep breath in here because they are back on the board.
That was a great bull ride right there. That bull wasn't the easiest one to get by because he had some good jumps there. Then he had some out of timing jumps.
Yeah, but here's where it gets scary here. I mean, you talk about when this bull changes directions, and what a cool vantage point from right down there on the dirt next to the bullfighters. With that,
Los jinetes también tienen en los dientes una goma de seguridad que lo utilizan en los deportes que son de contacto, de buen contacto, como este deporte donde tienen que mantener la boca bastante apretada. No sé qué nombre tenga. También me gustaría conocer el nombre de ese aparato de seguridad. Entonces, si hay alguien experto en el tema o aficionado que sepa todas estas cositas, por favor, me lo anota ahí en los comentarios, que estaré muy agradecido.
gets scary, and the end of that ride looks like the inside of my brain most times.
Wow.
It just all over the place. Our bullfighters jumping in there trying to take care of him. Great job by them, and most importantly, the fact that he walked out of this arena and is back with his teammates right now. That's the big thing.
He got in Austin 2 weeks ago in his leg.
Do it! Come on, go do it! Go do it!
Wow. Wow, este jinete está con gusto. Estos animales son imparables.
You just heard Branquino
Pero
highlighting
qué
that he's
buen
riding with
jinete.
stitches in his leg, comes
Muy
right
buen
back out,
jinete.
takes a
Nos
couple
dio-
shots, but
nos
had all the
regaló
effort
una
in the
buena
world. Buck off
demostración.
time here, 7 and
Pero
46.
no la
The injury
tiene
update
nada
we got
fácil.
earlier this week was Colt
Este
McFadden
toro
was
no
questionable,
le aflojó.
and after seeing
Sí,
this
lo levantó.
questionable, if he'd ever want to do this again, I mean, but look at the fight. He knows his team needs him right now, and the young teenager giving it everything he's got right there just takes a shot.
Lo impacta contra la
And that's
puerta.
the first one. That one kind of
Boom.
rocks him and sets him on his heels, and then that bull just lifts him up. That could have been a lot worse. All things
Wow.
could.
Not much on this bull at this level, only showing one career out.
Wow.
Hung up as the U.S.
Whoa.
Border Patrol Protection Team goes
Whoa,
into
whoa,
work
whoa, whoa, whoa.
and takes a
my
shot
God.
there as well.
Did you see how quick he just got up?
I was going to say, we don't like anything about anything that happened in that from the way the buck off happened to the hang up, but him getting up quickly is the only good to come from that.
We've made a lot of
Creo que este hombre, donde no tenga el casco, le habían aplastado la cabeza. Yo creo que le habían dejado esa cabeza como, no sé, como unos waffles ahí en el suelo. Ya logro observar que las posibilidades de caída son hacia los costados, entonces los riesgos es que los saque más que todo hasta el momento hacia los lados. No he visto de pronto que los saque hacia adelante o duro hacia atrás, o que lo saque volando. Hasta el momento los toros lo que han hecho es hacia los lados y tienden casi que a acostarse, a tirarse y a levantarse para arremeter contra los jinetes. Este toro lo que hizo también fue que arremetió con unas buenas pisadas, le dio unos buenos pisotones a este hombre, y vemos la gravedad del asunto ahora, gracias a que tienen sus buenas protección. Bueno, ellos ya son personas expertas, no sé este deporte cuánto tiempo tenga actualmente, cuántos años tenga, pero está buenísimo, hasta el momento está buenísimo, me tiene los nervios un poco un poco tensionado, pero la energía se siente buena.
References to other sports already here today, but there is not an athlete alive outside of the sport of bull riding that could have bounced up the way Paulo just did after all of that.
Under review, just looking for the official buck-off time.
Yeah, and you know, that's an afterthought for me right now, because watching the way he got hung up and the bullfighters just trying to find an opportunity. Again, you talk about doors, trying to find just a window, just a tiny crack of opportunity to get in there. Look at that spur. That spur in the left leg gets caught in that bull rope. It's just one of those freak accidents, and there is nothing he can do at this point.
He's just at the mercy right there, just hoping it comes out in the best position possible so that doesn't happen.
Great job by Lucas Teodoro. You saw him reaching up to grab that foot, and that bull was moving so fast that his horns kind of pushed him back, took his opportunity away.
Wow, vemos un tono de toro también muy peculiar, pero este momento está asombroso.
And the bullfighters doing everything they can. And in true Brady Randolph fashion.
Bueno, hasta el momento hay algo que no entiendo. No sé si es por mantenerse muy fuerte en el toro. No sé si ellos se amarren al toro o qué suceda, pero al momento creo que debería ser más libre y más de fuerza para el momento de la caída, tener mejor posibilidad de salir corriendo. Digo yo, no sé ustedes, yo soy un aficionado a todos los deportes, la verdad, por eso gran parte de mi contenido está a los deportes extremos. También me gusta reaccionar a cositas que me llaman la atención, pero lo que logro ver es eso, que el jinete, varios jinetes caen y aún así no se sueltan, tienen que hacer algún tipo de esfuerzo adicional para soltarse, lo cual que me parece peligroso. Creo que ellos ya con su práctica, pues lo que sucede es que están a un lado de este toro, y al estar al lado del toro, supongo que reduce un poco la posibilidad de algún accidente. Bueno, sin embargo, quiero saber en los comentarios a qué se debe ese tipo de percance, a qué se debe esa atadura ahí en la mano hacia el asiento que está sobre el toro.
Nothing comes easy. Brady Randolph has proven over the last 2 seasons to be one of the absolute toughest men in this league, and he just shows it again. 83.5 points, but the celebration ensues because he just got the win for the Rattlers here.
He did, and as we watch this ride back, not only was this a good ride because all the pressure was on the line to give him the win, what I like the most about it is right here when his hand hangs in the rope, he does such a good job of staying on his feet. As a bull rider, you don't just want to lay down and give up. You want to fight for everything you're worth. Stay on your feet, give them bullfighters an opportunity, and then you keep yourself out of danger. If you just lay down, you're going to get stepped on. He did a great job and comes out of this virtually unscathed, where this could have been a bad wreck.
What a incredible job by those bullfighters. All 3 of those guys working in unison, and nothing else you can say. There's nothing else you can say about this man.
And I think guys like Alex are really going to benefit from having that experience.
Wow,
what moves from Choctaw Bingo, and then the aftermath as the U.S. Border Patrol protection team comes in. You mentioned the injuries already piling up for Oklahoma. Now you're seeing another one limp to the side.
Take a look at this. When you watch it back, this Las Vegas cam going to give you a chance to see the athleticism of these bulls. That bull's moving forward and then immediately ducks back to the left. And then all of a sudden, he's gone and Cercado's looking for him.
Yeah, I mean, when them bulls jump out of there like that and when they're going forward, it makes it really hard. When they can really cover a lot of ground away from you and then duck away from your riding hand or into your riding hand, it makes it very difficult. And like you said, Kate, that's not a very good thing to see at the start of the season for Oklahoma.
Keep moving things around. They're going to try to start off big here today.
Mighty Mike, the bull. Wow. Gets down inside, takes a few shots. He's on his feet.
And if I'm sitting at home right now playing ride or rec,
que sale lanzando esas patadas muy fuertes. Creo que la técnica, bueno, la ferocidad de estos animales, esas patadas, ese instinto de esas patadas, yo creo que, bueno, así lo hacen ante cualquier fiera salvaje, está brutal. Yo creo que un toro de estos en el campo, en terrenos abiertos, yo creo que no tiene contrincante. Yo creo que se defendería muy bien ante una manada de leones, de tigres, porque arremete con una fuerza fenomenal, están bestiales.
on the app, I'm betting right on that one 10 out of 10 times. I did not see that one coming.
Jerome Davis didn't see that one coming either, Matt. You know, we've had the discussion, when you put a good guy first and get kind of that sure thing, and I know nothing's a sure thing, that's what Jerome Davis was thinking right there, didn't get it.
And when you're going against a guy in the leadoff spot that was an MVP a week ago, and Joao Ricardo Vieira for the Rattlers, they were banking on that one, but that's what captains do. It didn't go his way. He'll be on the back of the chutes, making sure it does go the way for the rest of the team.
And I love that. It's almost like a built-in assistant coach when it comes to Cooper Davis.
Go get it! Go get it! Go get it! Go get it!
Gets spun off and slung again, and how tough is Dos Santos? Right back up to his feet.
The fact that he just walked out of this arena.
De los acompañantes, no, de los tres acompañantes
After what he sustained last night, and you could just see, he's not hurt. He's frustrated. He's looking back at the big screen. Watch this. We're going to take it straight into the business. Not once, twice.
Sin que el toro
There's nothing those bullfighters could do.
Haciendo que el toro se retire de los jinetes del jinete.
You want to talk about the toughest athletes on the planet? They can handle this right there and get up and walk out.
Cannot wait to see them all do it simultaneously.
Gets forward, takes a shot, the helmet goes flying. But Randolph, talking back to that bull, wanting another shot aboard American U.
That is the look of pure anger. We talked about how tough this sport is. Watch this Las Vegas replay here. Takes a shot, helmet goes flying, he gets one to the side, and then watch this, Scott.
90% of the people in this world that would take that shot would be laying there sucking their thumb. And he stands up mad because he knows he can ride that bull. That's what he's thinking right now is, I can ride that bull. If they run that bull back in right now, he rides it.
Tends to be in that 88-point range. Here he's aboard Electric Avenue.
Great point.
Oh! Stayed with him, gets hung up, and takes a shot. Remember, Roberts was sidelined last season, beginning of this season with injury. And yet another member of the Freedom taking a hit.
And he just kind of got back to getting that ball rolling, and they're really looking forward to the return of Chase Outlaw coming up soon. But I like that. As a coach, I like the frustration that the young 21-year-old is showing right now. He's a college national champ. We've seen him as Kate mentioned, put up some big numbers, including some 90s. And again, the slightest mistake can cost you a lot.
And it's amazing in bull riding how quick things change, because honestly, I was like, this bull is not bucking. We run into that scenario where maybe he Buck's just soft enough to get the reride and still have an opportunity. And then just at the blink of an eye, small mistake turns into a 0. And not only that, it could be an injury.
Detour one snacky, Matt next to go. Jordan back, Jack hits the rewrite. Wow. Slingshot to the front makes contact. Thumbs up. Yeah, he's okay after just hitting 1,800 pounds. What?
Yeah, you just saw him look at his team. He knew his team was going to be worried about him, so he flashed that little thumbs up, but he's still out in the middle of the arena making sure that he's safe to get away from him. But you want to talk about the fierceness of this sport. Watch this replay. Because he takes one straight to the face mask and pops up. Watch this.
Esta competición.
And that nice ball that Coach Paulo Crimba told us about was not the same ball that we watched right there. That ball was a handful and put him in a really bad position right out of the gate.
He's not gotten by him yet. Until today.
This time, it goes Doherty's way.
There's a lot of celebration going on over there in Arizona. Ridge Riders, Matt, we'll come to you in a minute. One thing I want to say, we're seeing a very different Chase Doherty in the last couple of weeks. He has got himself out of that slump that he was in, and now he's a...
No pensé que alguien superara, creo que logró superar los 10 segundos, sí, fue evidente que logró superar los 10 segundos, no estoy seguro, pero no pensé que algún jinete lo hiciera porque esos toros están, incluso este toro salió, ahí en pantalla vemos ese salto que está bueno, pero bueno, no soy un profesional para juzgarlo, de pronto hay toros que les bajan sus niveles también, porque el salto al ser hacia adelante, él tiene más, vemos que los que se van hacia los costados son más fuertes, y bueno, la astucia, la habilidad de cada quien ha de ser única, pero nos acaba de regalar un espectáculo asombroso. Yo creo que ha sumado sus buenos puntos ese jinete.
Allowing that Arizona Ridge Riders team to be able to celebrate the way they deserve.
His willingness to commit has been the change in Chase Doherty's performance. Committing to whatever it takes. The mindset shift is what has led his team to continue to celebrate moments like this with Chase Doherty.
And they're going to continue celebrating. Why? 91 3/4. The aftermath, not the way he wanted to go, hung up on Ivy League.
Bueno, en cuanto a lo anterior, no estoy muy seguro de lo que les digo, de si el toro le baja en el nivel de agresividad, pero sí puede haber ciertos factores que influyen en el movimiento, porque este muestra un movimiento más fuerte, pero sí no fue tanto como los otros que salen como con más impulso y se van hacia los costados. Bueno, supongo que también es la habilidad del jinete, entra muy en juego la habilidad del jinete. Qué gran espectáculo, señores. Yo le doy un 100, del 1 al 100, un 100.
For a couple jumps, but gets free on his feet. As the U.S. Border Patrol protection team goes to work, and now Doherty getting helped by Sports Med. His first 90 this season of his PBR team's career.
Oh, and you hate to see that, but this is a sport that with high risk equals high reward.
How can I help the team, not how can I help myself?
He's been on this bull twice, and twice this bull's bucked him off. Bob Mitchell comes crashing back into the buck and shoots, and you saw J.W. Hart immediately pulling him back up to the back of the buck and shoots. There's a good look at Guilherme Marchi, but they're going back to take another look at it. Clock stopped at 2.9. But what do you take away from a positive aspect here for Bob Mitchell?
The try. That's everything in bull riding. I'm going to say it, and I say it 100 times over because there's no better way. But he tried so hard. He's not going to get a score here. But as a coach, I look at that and go, he wants to play this game.
That is the third time he has bucked off that bull, but that one getting closer to going the distance. And now we look at a much different scenario for the #1 team in the league. And we talk about these two powerhouses, but take a look at what's happened so far.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, anytime you can start off with a bang like this, the boys just get rolling, and it's awesome.
Good ride tonight.
Grayson Cole hung up. Gets loose from Boo Man as U.S. Border Patrol protection team gets to work. Buck off time, 4 seconds here.
He's walking a little gingerly back to the buck and shoots. That hurt. There's no way around it. Everything about that hurt.
Found his first qualified ride of his career in the PBR Camper World Team Series just 24 hours ago, and now gets slammed 1 day later.
And that's why bull riding is such a unique sport right there, is it doesn't matter what happens, whether you make the whistle, you get bucked off. Those situations can happen every time. And then you have to learn how to manage your team through all these injuries.
We were talking about this, Scott, because it's so unique from other sports. There is no first down, few yard gain. It's you're in the end zone or nothing. You are perfect or you lost.
You're expected every time to step up to the plate and hit the fastball over the fence every single time. And it doesn't work all the time, but when it does, it's electric.
Put him on one that you've just got to track and let him find his way through.
Al parecer son himnos nacionales.
Oh, hung up and underneath. Good to see White Horse get away from Thunderstruck, but does not leave unscathed. Comes up just a second short, feeling the effects of that one.
And guys, that's going to happen purely because of the effort that Keyshawn Whitehorse put out. He knew how important this moment was for his team, and you've got to commend the guy for the effort and the heart that he just displayed.
You're exactly right, Matt. He's just making a really good ride and gets in trouble here, but as you can see, he never, ever let go. He was putting forth the effort every time. And one thing I'll say all the time is the more try and determination you have, it'll pay dividends versus just sheer talent with no try or effort.
So with that buck off, there's the implications that unravel.
And not only the defeat, but an absolute brutal beating. Compliments of Mike's Magic. Little insult to injury here as we highlight this bull and watch what.
Gente, hasta el momento no he reaccionado ante algunos jinetes porque la verdad estoy sin palabras, no hay nada que decir. Creo que esto se habla por sí solo. Qué espectáculo más bueno. La verdad, estaría encantado de hacer, nuevamente lo digo, estaría muy encantado de hacer parte del público de esta competición. Qué cosa tan buena. Claro, sin decirlo, sin sobrepasar mis estándares. Me estaría encantado de ser un jinete de esos, claro, muy preparado, tal vez con una buena carrera, una excelente carrera. La verdad se siente una adrenalina brutal. De los amantes de la adrenalina, de la locura, de los que amamos dar un buen espectáculo, esto sí que nos mueve el piso. Prestaré silencio, estaré muy atento con todos ustedes al espectáculo. Los dejaré otros minutos y vamos a seguir interactuando.
What happens here?
Seguiremos interactuando.
Bull's horn makes contact there with the helmet and then folds his head back over. That is scary. No matter how many times you've been around this sport.
It's scary, but what it is it's a testament to how athletic and how tough these bull riders are, because he's getting a little help up, but he got up, walked out of the arena. In any other aspect of life, most people would still be laying there.
Some of the big moments he's had in his career, trying to get another one aboard Legend. And unfortunately, Ezekiel Mitchell will end up on a highlight reel for that bull. Legend giving him the business and bringing Mitchell down in less than 2.5 seconds. Take another look at it. This is the second time he's been on this bull. And getting you dirt level, showing you exactly how wild it is on the arena floor.
Legend doesn't leave any room for mistakes. If you're going to ride that bull, everything has to be perfect. And in most cases, one little mistake from a bull rider, he makes you pay.
Mitchell will replay that one in his mind until they meet again. And now I like the plan moving in here and try to get 2 big scores right out of the gate.
Oh, qué cabezazo. Oh.
Mass was making the moves early on, seemed to had all the necessary markings to be a huge ride, but that clock is going to stop in 6:42.
Yeah, and all the way through this ride, he was having to fight to get to the inside, back to the middle of this bull, and you'll see he makes a big move, gets to the inside, that bull moves away and keeps him in there. So he went from being a little behind to too far in front, and that's bull riding. But there's one thing about this guy, you can never, ever doubt that he's going to give it 100%.
A este jinete le han rompido los calzones, le rompieron el pantalón y el boxer. Qué gran orificio logró hacer ese toro, ¿ah?
And every time he nods his head, and that's why his coaches are so in love with the way that he does things, because he is a champion.
Oh! He stayed center into his hand for 7 and change. But a last-minute move, he makes contact at 7 and 29.
Is that a case of a guy getting too comfortable where he's at in the middle of that bull?
Well, this looked very easy for him, Matt, and I think so. But this bull, was spinning pretty fast, and at the end he starts drifting out there, and that makes it a little more difficult. And you see his feet start bouncing towards the end, and that allows him to get up over the front of him, and there's no weight on his feet, and that's where he come down. And I think, as much as they want to challenge that, but I think, and that's disappointing because, again, I've said it before in some of the other games, but that is one that got away.
World title talent.
Oh. Looked to be a spinner into his hand, switched directions. That change ultimately getting Oliver down, and don't like seeing him laying on the dirt as long as he did.
Yeah, and I'm a little bit surprised that we're not seeing any flags getting thrown right here. This ball did hit his head pretty hard on the buck and shoots, and I'm surprised that the coaches are not saying, you see right there, it changed the direction of the ball, but not the momentum, and I think they might have made, after seeing that replay, but man, game of inches. I'm glad to see him get away from this because that was very close.
Oh, that's so scary. This is not a sport for the faint of heart. And look at Kyler Oliver. He has the same demeanor that he had in the hotel room this morning. It's just cool, calm, collected. This kid's got the goods. It's only a matter of time before we see it displayed here.
Where would his fate lead him to? Moves though, hopping and skip coming from Man-Haters. He goes up and over the top and now limping a bit to the sidelines.
We kind of talked a little bit about this last season when Briggs emerged on the tour. This is the guy that a few years ago as a kid had a terrible accident, and they told him he would probably never even walk again, and he would definitely never do things like this. Look at that bull.
You cannot kick any higher or any harder than what that bull did there. That is degree of difficulty at its highest.
And did Man-Hater just perhaps trademark a double kick that I saw in that first jump?
Look, I think that bull just stopped in midair to flex a little bit and show just how muscular, how incredibly athletic that bull was. That's a scary farm animal.
He's
right
trying
there.
to get them Instagram pictures.
Trying to get the screen time, and he's going to get it when he does things like that. Probably going to make it number 3 right here.
Seemed to hit the steel before Sonny B even across the plane.
Wow, qué gran toro negro.
And you're already seeing flags on the dirt.
Yeah, and that is definitely not, a disappointment. You can see when this ball leaves the chute, if we can get a look at that replay, you can see that ball hits the front of the chute really hard, and from experience, that's not easy to do. You can see right here, whack. And you see his head get knocked back. I mean, that just not only takes your concentration away, but it gives the ball the full advantage. You see, he's behind. There is no other sport that will happen.
Guys, a little rewrite update. Texas still, they haven't technically ridden a bull, so Creek Young going to get on Brady Olson's rewrite. Joao Ricardo Vieda going to get on Cody Jesus' ride. Talk about go to a good bullpen there. We talked about Carolina. That's pretty good talent to draw to for a couple rewrites.
It was 89 1/4 a week ago. Here he's getting set aboard Black Gold. Comes down early, gets hung up, and takes a shot. Clock's going to stop at 4:02, but just good to see Campos on his feet.
Yeah, and I think this, like I said, this was a very important start for the Missouri Thunder. If you got this bull road, that's going to make the momentum for everybody else. And this is a plenty rideable bull. First bull we're seeing out of the chutes tonight, just turns back to the right into his riding hand. I think that was just a lack of concentration, because that is a bull at this level you're supposed to ride every time.
And it's taken away quickly, too.
Sacan un toro blanco. ¡Qué toro más potente!
He gets to the inside, comes down, takes a hook as the U.S. Border Patrol protection team creates that triangle protection and gets him out of the way. But yet another member of the Freedom that can't find a way against this bull. There's got to be some tricks in there.
Yeah, you got to see here on the Can-Am cam, the replay. That bull kind of jumped a little bit in the buck and chute, ran out there. He did hit himself on the chute, but it wasn't enough to change his momentum, and he just ends up down on the inside. But I feel like the biggest thing here that I harped on over and over again is if you're taking a long time in the buck and chute and they are putting you on the clock, you are putting your team and yourself in jeopardy of getting a no score, and it makes you rush things. So why not get things done, get in and out of there? It's just something to me that just doesn't make sense, because you can change that in a heartbeat.
Oh.
0.5 seconds.
Oh.
Butch, are you guys going to review that?
Impacto.
That's Coach that you're hearing on the back of the chutes, wanting to know if there's going to be a review.
Are you reviewing it for time, or were you for reride?
No. It was 6-something when he bucked me home, but you got to reride.
Hey, who's your rider? You want to do Casey or Briggs? You go Eli again? Eli! Hey, you good for again? Eli again! Same guy.
And just like that, you'll see the veteran getting back on. So Oklahoma still has all 5 of their outs.
Yeah, what we missed in all of that confusion is Eli walked back up to the front of the bucket chute and was yelling at his coaches, telling them he wanted that re-ride himself, and you heard Court McCoy talking about it. Ultimately, it goes Fastbinder's way. He said, I was going to give him Monday off. Instead of working out as a team, I was going to give him Monday off, and he said they started calling me. They wanted to put more time and more effort in. Let's see what happens. Whoa.
Wow. Bankroll gets Mass down quickly here. Thankfully, jumped away from Mass and both get away clean. What a surprise. That went much quicker than either sideline expected.
Yeah, and this is exactly how bull riding goes. 1 week you can be at the top of the podium, and the next week you're in the dirt. He just got both his feet behind him and ends up on the ground. But it's a game of inches.
That front leg came right down the side of Marcus's face, and I would never tell a guy what to do, but he has a giant scar all the way down his jaw. You can see it right there on the screen from what was nearly a fatal wreck less than 2 months ago.
Let's go, Red! Let's go, Red! Go, Red!
started to hear
brutal
the
cuando los
frustration,
sacas
and
de
now another
arriba.
one comes down early 3 and 62.
Well, we talked about this before.
De sus
Several
patas y de
times,
su,
all that Justin
y de su
McBride
nuca.
expects from his guys is to try as hard as they can. He doesn't want them sitting around in the bucket shoot. You can't win the bull ride and sitting in the bucket shoot. It's bull like big, strong around to the right and just jumps forward and jerks him down. I mean, this game is for real, but one of the best in the business ever to do it is your coach. And when you're making him mad and he's wanting you to get out of the chute, you've got to start paying attention to one of the best in the business, because it's coming from the emotions coming from him wanting you to win, and they need to feed off that.
I think his exact words were, he's standing like a statue. And he was right.
He was not wrong, Flint.
The hurry, down to 4 seconds.
Looks right, goes left, but Matson.
Oh, my goodness.
Never liked it from the beginning. It does not end just because the ride is over, as you're seeing the U.S. Border Patrol Protection Team going to work there, taking some shots to keep Matson safe.
Now, don't worry about this ride. It didn't quite go the way they wanted, but them three guys out there just saved Kane from serious injury, putting themselves in a position. Look at this. There's not a normal human out there would do.
Golpea a uno de los ayudantes, pero logramos notar que tienen una protección en su torso. Y bueno, no sé si no estaría de más una protección en sus cabezas y tal vez pantorrillas, pero esto ya es algo que lleva años así, y
But this is taking a shot from a big
la
black
protección
monster.
del pecho lo ha librado. Ahí el pisotón.
Austin Ashley there. That is a great young man, Austin Ashley, who took a shot. You could see just going to rub some dirt on it. Lucas Teodoro talking to him. Kate Matson just could not get up to his feet, and no matter which direction he turned, that bull had him in his sights. You see Dusty Tugness there. They're going to have a good laugh about it, but it's all part of the job. Watch this when we go back here to this replay. When he hits the dirt, watch this bull's back legs, because finds himself in a pretty compromising situation. And Kate, I thought you were right. I thought this was going to be 4 in a row. But watch this bull's back legs right there. And there as well. And I think that's the one that really kind of stuck him down in there. And you can see Alves just so slow to get to his feet. Those bullfighters, the U.S. Border Patrol safety team, taking that bull's attention away and letting Silvano get out of there. Pressure to win or not, still got to show up and do your job.
He gets forward and quickly in a vulnerable position. Helmet gets knocked off. Good to see him on the sidelines. Wow, that U.S. Border Patrol Protection Team has been busy.
Yeah, you could hear Cody Loso in the background saying, sit up, sit up. He's trying to get him to sit back a little bit, stick his chest out, and man, but that just goes to show how dangerous this sport can be. He was in a good position right out of here. Bull turns back into his hand, but this is where Seeger starts getting out over the front just a little more each jump and ends up out over the front. This is where it starts getting dangerous. That bull has his way with him. His nose just knocks that helmet straight off his head. Dangerous position to be in underneath.
10 seconds. Go!
PBR!
Oh my God!
Let us introduce you to Julio Cesar Marquez. He has landed for the Outlaws.
Well, it turns out 10 days is enough to work out how to ride this caliber of bulls. I can promise you one thing, if Laramie Marchi had his eye on him, he knew that he was more than capable of being able to step up to the plate. When you take their number 1 man out and get replaced with him, you have to get results like that.
85 3/4 aboard Claymaker.
I don't know if you guys just heard Coach J.W. Hart, but he said 1 down. That's only 1 step in this game, and as exciting as it is for a guy that's been here a little over a week and a half to come in, get the first qualifying ride, get his team on the board. I love the focus of their head coach.
Dice el presentador. Wow.
Some wild moves from Mr. Excavator. You saw the contact as his teammates move in. U.S. Border Patrol protection team, it took everyone there on the dirt to make sure everyone exited safely, and now sports medicine will quickly attend to Frost as well.
Well, and the initial response is just seeing him get to his feet and start to walk out of this arena. That's a positive, obviously. And there was his team, because he got absolutely rocked and had his helmet knocked off. The fact that he's on his feet.
It's just a testament to how true of athletes these guys are and how tough they are and how much they want it. Like, that is as hard as you'll ever get hit. When you've got a helmet on like that and it breaks it and takes it off, that's a very serious hit right there.
We talk about his versatility and his riding ability, but it all boils down to toughness and the way that this kid was brought up and raised. I mean, he's been a cowboy every single second of his life, and you just saw about as cowboy as it gets there.
But the Outlaws wasting no time as they go to 19-year-old Julio Cesar Marquez aboard Rockville.
Come on, Julio. Come on, Julio. Come on, Julio, fight! Bang!
Oh, what effort! Gets in a vulnerable position because of it, takes a shot. You saw the clock stop at 3:14, but Marquez clearly holding on much longer than that.
And that's why I said at the beginning of the show, he's the question mark for me. Not really proven as much as some of the other guys in this Kansas City lineup, but he just proved a lot to his coach, Justin McBride. I mean, his coach, J.W. Hart, rather, and the rest of his squad that, you know what, he's willing to take a beating if it gives his team a chance to stay in the fight. And that's what I think they need in these moments.
Batista bears down. Still action in the arena. Gets a safety. And Carolina stays alive.
You nailed it, Matt, in putting the right guys in the right position. Right there, it was a must ride.
Bueno, gente, creo que cerramos con este competidor. Creo que dejaré este contenido hasta aquí. Oh, qué gran espectáculo. Me ha dejado muy contento, una gran conmoción adentro de mí. Tengo una satisfacción muy buena y sí, este tipo de contenido es el que me gusta. Espero estar de acuerdo con mi público. Creo que también este contenido les haya gustado demasiado. Quiero que me dejen en los comentarios todo el apoyo que ustedes me quieran dar a mí para yo continuar con esto, continuar con este trabajo y salir adelante, luchar por mis sueños y mis metas. Me gustaría más adelante tener contenido más único, más de mi autoría, lo cual está un poco difícil, pero sé que con la ayuda de todos ustedes lo vamos a lograr. También se vienen proyectos muy buenos, se vienen cosas buenas, únicas de mí, pero como les he comentado, estoy iniciando y me gustó, estoy encantado de poder iniciar de esta manera, de poder interactuar con todos, con mi público de esta manera. Y ya, sin nada más que decir, hasta el próximo video, les deseo un excelente y caluroso día. Bye bye.